What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Bittersweet Podcast. It's your girl, Wintana. And guys, we've got a seasoned guest, a fan favorite. You already know who's in the building today in the Bittersweet Hot Seat, Miss Ruta. What's up?
What up? I feel like, could I say reoccurring guest?
What do you mean? Literally, I said fan favorite. Or I feel like we can also call it, what do people call it when they have like a something host? Like guest host. Yeah.
Guest host.
She's like a guest host. She'll come, you make an appearance like once every 2 months or once every 3 months.
Yeah, roundabout,
yeah?
Yeah, I've done it a few times now.
Yeah.
Live one as well.
Yeah, she did a live, guys. If you didn't, if you're from Melbourne and you missed out, like you really missed out on that.
Straight up.
I haven't put content out for that yet, and I'm going to. But there's a lot I was traveling right after.
Yeah, that's very true.
But that was a good live show.
It was really. I loved the panel.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so lovely. Just awesome
so
people.
good. I want to do more of those guys, honestly. But I just feel like they take a lot of energy and time. But I really, really want to get into having like more. At least if I could do it like in that. Like the way I did it for that show, like twice or 3 times a year.
Yeah, because it's
and
so
like space it out because it's and then eventually if I have like a bigger team, like that could actually expand into something. But it was so good.
It was so fun, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like a nervous wreck.
You're good though, but you know, Ruta's a talker.
Yeah,
that's my thing. You talk so much, but you were so quiet on that panel. But you were like the one that has the most like you have opinions.
I'm very opinionated.
Yeah.
I'm argumentative, but it's so difficult in that like environment. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're not used to like being in front of a crowd or like even being in front of a camera. It's like, of course. And most of the people there were like either content creators, Chang is a comedian. Like they're used to being like in front of people.
100%. And I feel like I need to get agitated quick.
Did you get agitated by some of the comments that were being said?
No, I don't think anyone said anything like outrageous.
Tabia dropped a few comments that got some of the girls in the crowd annoyed.
Is my memory
even me?
Like
and I was
faltering?
Like, you don't remember? I think he was saying stuff like he was just kind of siding, like saying with men, like don't always. I don't want to say word for word what he was saying, but he was saying some things that were a bit like
side eye.
Yeah. Anyways, hopefully I can run a few more before the end of the year.
Yeah,
because that would be really good. But before we get into this week's episode,
add suggestions on topics and stuff.
Guys, if you have suggestions on topics, actually, please comment below. Let us know.
Yeah.
Because the usual theme is like relationships. Last time I did it on, it was like interracial dating, which is so relevant to today's topic. And then it was like,
why do you have me on for
always interracial dating?
What's going on?
What do you mean? I need ammo. When I'm gonna go out, I need someone to double down with me.
Yeah, straight up.
You know?
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, so it was like interracial dating, and we're talking about men not being approachable, like in the city. Women kind of going through like dating fatigue. It was really all around dating. So I want to do one on marriage. Like love and marriage, and then
I'm
and
so
divorce.
keen on that one. Love, marriage, divorce.
Yeah.
I'm so keen on that.
If you're also interested in getting involved, guys, feel free to hit me up because I feel like there are people that like are in the space that I don't really know that I want to kind of get on. So I'm always like open to hearing and like, who else is around.
For sure.
But before we get into this week's episode, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're growing. I love to see it. Thank you so much for the support. Genuinely, like it's so nice to see like Bittersweet always like growing and new people coming on. I love it. So thanks for the love, guys.
Is this the clack it?
Clack it. My favorite girl, Landria, she'll be like, for the Love Islanders.
Delicate.
It just makes me want, every time I do it now, I'm like.
Is it fucked that I just think of Ace?
Because he does that clack it. Yeah,
because it is. Of the song.
Because I'm so sick of you and Ace.
I love Ace.
You don't even love Ace.
Guy. I don't give a fuck.
Guys, after episode like 8, 9, 10 even, every time Ace would come on the screen, I'm like,
I thought you were going to do some crazy shit.
I was so excited. And then he started moving like, he started acting his age.
Okay,
you know, you're 22. He started doing things where it was like, you can be like when someone is like the observant person, the one that's like, you know, he's controlled and by nature, that's one thing. But like Ace, it might be you a little bit, but then also like you're dragging it now. You're actually forcing it. You're trying to be seen as that guy who is like put together all the time and so this and so that. And it's like, You're not. Just because when you argue, you don't raise your voice and you don't da-da-da-da-da.
Okay,
it doesn't mean what you're saying is so jarring.
Yeah, it's definitely a tactic.
So jarring. And I hate that. I hate how the loudest person in the room always looks like the most like stupid or like the person who's like out of control. Yeah.
Okay, so it is a tactic and a strategy, but I feel like, okay, we'll start off with what I didn't like, right? The whole Jeremiah like fiasco, I hated that. I hated how he kept like just singling him out. The whole
it was like the boys against Jeremiah in the villa, and it was all because you didn't like the way he was moving with Huda.
And this is the thing, I felt like that was really just like low behavior.
Yeah.
But if I think of it as like a strategy to get someone that may be a fan favorite out of the house, look, it didn't work out for them. You know, they didn't win.
Yeah.
But if it was just purely on a strategy kind of situation to get him out, kind of shit game. But it's not. This is not Survivor.
Do you know what I mean? Like, this is Love Island.
But this is now influencers. It's all these like Love Island. Is
the most strategic thing that they pulled was definitely Hannah. Like, you could tell in that moment. I'm like, oh, this is looking more like less and less authentic. Obviously, it's not about love. It's about everyone wanting to win.
Also, but like the friendships. Like, really think about it. It's sort of like you have Shelly, Alandria, Sierra. Even Huda to a certain extent, it's like
she's part of the main crew.
Friends.
Yeah.
It's sort of like you're in that house. I'm around you guys like 24/7, X amount of weeks. I want to be with my homegirls.
But Iris is not your homegirl. She just came in. That's what I was sitting there like, yeah, definitely. They're going to vote Iris off. But obviously...
How do Iris? I think Iris stayed purely on the fact that maybe she could be the one to like break up the Huda Jeremiah bullshit.
But the girls, because the guys thought that. The guys were like, why did you choose Hannah? It was only the girls that were they said that there was this weird thing, like a weird sentiment on this season where it was like, you can't stick to one couple. Like, you have to get to know everyone, explore. Yeah. And Huda said that on the Call Her Daddy podcast where she was like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. Like, we have to explore and get to know everyone. It's like, you don't though. Like, if you like someone, you like someone.
Yeah.
So like, there have been couples like, do you remember Liberty and Jake? Like, they stuck from day one, ran all the way through.
That's
like,
UK though.
But it happens. Like, couples do... You've got like the one locked in couple. Like, it's just weird that he was making it such a big deal.
Because, you know, the one that locks in quick ends up being a fan favorite because they end up being exclusive quicker. They
always end up having dramas earlier as well. Like, they'll have even look at Huda, she'll be like, okay, everyone else, it's like you're slowly getting to know each other. The romantic gestures come out. This girl's like, everyone's doing this. Like, you're not doing that for me. You're not showing me.
Huda, I'm so sorry. Literally after one conversation, she's like, she's so fucking triggering. She was like, love you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. She's crazy.
What are you talking about? You did that intentionally. Everything she does bothers me with Huda. But I don't know. I feel like the strategy of Ace was very strategic, but it did not work out for him at all. It did not work out for him.
Because his colors started to show. That's what I mean. If you're going to act a certain way and it's authentically you, it's going to show on screen. If it's not really who you are all the way, cracks are going to show. We're going to watch you. We're watching you the whole time.
Yeah.
That's why it's better to just go in and be yourself, even if you look. That's why people liked Huda. Because she was crashing out being crazy, but it was like she's got like such a fucking problematic character, but it was like consistent. You know what I mean? Whereas Ace, it was like, you're trying to be this person. You're trying to create a character for yourself, right? And then cracks are showing. Like, you're saying, oh, you want to be with Shelly. Like, just the whole thing with Shelly was just messy to me.
It was messy. You know,
it was just messy.
I completely agree. Like, the whole time he would be in that diary room section being like, Shelly, but Shelly. And it's like, okay, but go be with her then. Why'd you pick Amaya? Why'd you pick Amaya? Amaya said the dumbest shit. She was like, I can make my ass clap. Like, she said the dumbest shit. And he was just like, I like your laugh.
Yeah. What cracked me up was when the girls were like, you want to explore? Like, Dora the Explorer or something. Christopher Columbus. I died. You know when I died? True. When Shelly was like, do you know what this man just said? I want to get to know Iris. She's like, the way she looked at him.
Like the makeup area she's walking about.
Bro, I feel like I would be crashing. I would be the crash out of Love Island.
But I feel like your crash out would be a valid crash out. Like, I feel like we'd all resonate.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. But it would drive me insane being stuck on that villa and just having to deal with their shit.
Yeah, and my ego, I can't accept some of these. I can't accept.
And once you do something, it's like once you do something wrong by me, it's actually over. Like I do have to move on. You know what I mean?
Very quickly. But the problem is we're stuck in this house now.
That's what I mean.
And you have a house full of gorgeous people. It's very dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
But Ace is my guy. Like, problems for sure, but I love him.
I loved him at the start. I was obsessed with him, and then I'm like doing too much. I hate when a guy does too much. Nick, love Nick.
Love Nick.
Like,
what is there not to love about Nick?
What do you mean? Like, why are you so goofy?
In the best way.
In the best way.
He's like golden retriever energy.
He's just like good to be around.
Yeah, 100%.
Such a sweetheart. But I don't even know how we got into this. This was like not what the topic is going to be about.
But Love Island does that.
But we're going to do a reunion episode, guys.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah, we're going to do a reunion episode where we actually break down everyone. So first things first, we want to talk about Ethiopia. Guys, Ruta and I haven't traveled together since 2017.
I know.
Which is insane to me.
Which is really fucking ghetto.
And then it's ugly.
Yeah.
And this year I went to Ethiopia and I was like, you guys know this is the trip I've been talking about from like when I got back up until like a few episodes ago. I was always like, Mom, when I went to Ethiopia, in January when I was in Ethiopia, I'm every day referencing the same trip. I was obsessed with that trip.
And that big FOMO. After everything I heard about that trip, I'm like, I'm going.
Yeah, it's something I think maybe it's like we're older now, and I feel like okay, I have more like independent. Obviously, every time I go, it's like I go spend time in Addis, spend time in Tigray for the most part because it's like the families in both. But then also like Tigray is usually where I stay, like put, you know. And like that's always like the best time. And then this time, obviously I haven't been to Ethiopia for 5 years. I told you guys there was a war in Tigray and then we didn't get to go for like time. So going back, it was a combination of like, like a great, like seeing family and like obviously reconnecting with everyone, seeing my hometown, which is just like, I can't wait for you to see Aksum.
Straight up.
I can't, literally it's like a small town. You just walk around everywhere. But it's
I've never been to Ethiopia.
She's never
I've never stepped foot in that place.
Yeah. You're going to love it. I think you're going to really love, like, there's just a balance of everything. And the everyday, it's going to piss you off.
Yeah.
But it's also going to be, you're going to leave being like, I miss it. Every time I go, I'm like, sometimes you're in the thick of it and you're just going through just inconvenience or like you see things. Honestly, it breaks your heart sometimes. Like it fucks with you in a lot of ways.
Because at the end of the day, it's still like a war-torn third world country. Like
and you're just like, these are your people or your family or
this is like my country.
And you're like, what do I do? Yeah. But then also you're just like, these are really, and then you embrace it and you're like, oh wow. Yeah. And then you just come home. It's a different experience.
And I swear to God, like honestly, like the fact that the diaspora from across the world come and gather, it just feels like we're still so connected to this place. And I find that like so like I want to go. I'm like compelled.
This was the first year that I saw like so many, like obviously every year you go, you kind of see like, oh, they're American or this or they're from here, you know, like you kind of see diaspora. This was the first year that I went and I was like, what's going on? Like how is it there's a link up from all around the world. Yeah. And that was crazy. So I can't wait for you.
Yeah, because we need that. I swear we need that. We're always so I don't know, maybe specifically in Australia, like we're just so isolated.
We're so isolated and we don't know what's going on. It's like, it's cool to also, I loved hearing what other people were doing. Like just, I don't know, people like what you do for work, projects you're into, the creatives that I was meeting. I'm like, this is lit. Yeah. And people were so open to being like working together, or like there was a whole diaspora handbook on Instagram, and they kind of like spoke about everything that was happening. Like they had a schedule, guys. It was serious. I loved it.
Yeah.
So
organized.
Guys, where are the forums? Where are the Reddit? Where's everybody talking?
Discord, Reddit, Instagram, Facebook. Who's
going? Habeshas around the world. Let us know if you're gonna be there. Because it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good year. Let's move on to, guys, the news of the week. I don't know if you guys saw this video that was circling around social media. I feel like this video is gonna go down in Aussie like iconic videos. You know, let me play it.
I heard one was stabbed Like, goddamn. But at the end of the day, P.O.P. hold it down.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
They don't know what you mean.
What do you mean? We were just trying to have a good time. Me and my girls, like, we were trying to have a good time.
No, the girl in the background. Me and my
homegirls. And then, like, these came down and they were just trying to cause drama and like, I heard one got stabbed.
What, you like you don't?
Like, goddamn. But at the end of the day, P.O.P. hold it down. Pimp Squad.
You know what I mean?
It's so bad.
So bad.
An Australian came out
boy
strong.
that got like hopefully he's in the hospital.
Yeah, the ambulance did take someone.
Why?
Huh?
The ambulance did take someone.
The ambulance did, yeah, it was the boy that got his face is bloody and like at the end of the day, like I can't believe like his face got bloody.
I love it.
Like
she's not serious.
No. Like, how does she go?
From laughing to being like, She's not serious.
What do you mean? She's like laughing. How he's in the hospital. And then she starts crying. Like, his face is so bloody. It's so bloody. Anyway, this girl is not a serious girl.
Not at all.
I genuinely feel like she was trolling.
1000%.
Yeah.
P.O.P. holding it down.
Pimp Squad, you know what I mean?
Like, please. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, because everyone in the comments like, what is this accent? Australians, da 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 with their accent. I'm like, guys,
so
if
for
you don't
you,
know the
audience,
reference, yeah, take a seat. Because
take a seat.
Pimp Squad, it's like even that girl, like me and my homegirls, we were just trying to have a good time. That's why her friend was like, homegirls. Bro, I'm low-key kind of happy that I mean, if someone actually got stabbed, that's really sad.
Yeah,
because
please.
What do you mean? I was so confused by it, like if this was legit or not, but obviously.
Wait, I just want to wonder about the backdrop, like before they turned on the camera and started recording them. Did they like conspire? Like, no, you go, like just say this.
I feel like definitely she would have been like, I'm gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Make sure you say it.
That's why she's like me and my homegirl.
Okay, I told you this.
At the end of the day, Pimp Squad, you know what I mean? I literally, the Aussie accent that hit is so bad. It's so bad. But she cracked me up. This is Sydney.
Was it Sydney?
In Sydney, yeah. I actually thought they were from Melbourne, to be honest. Yeah. But nah, that took me out. I feel like this is close to the Aussie video where the guy was getting tested by the highway patrol and he was off his face, cooked. Do you not remember? And he was rolling his eyes back. I have to find it.
Oh my God, yeah. This guy's cooked. How are they going to put this on TV too?
What do you mean 0? That's what cracked me up. Guys, I'm going to put it up. He can't see. He's rolling his eyes back and it comes up as 0. I feel like this video, what this girl did is next to that now.
Yeah, no, definitely. But it hits like a target audience though.
Channel 7 actually, I feel like it hit everyone.
Channel 7.
They posted it everywhere.
But the fact that they posted it, left the comments on.
Yeah, because they knew. They knew. Usually they turn it off. But I feel like the comments weren't I thought it was going to be some racist stuff. Obviously, you get your 1-2 being like, what happened to Australia today? What is this Australia we live in today?
These are the immigrants you're letting in.
These are the immigrants you're letting in. Shut up. Shut up. But then the rest, everyone was like laughing. People actually like.
Yeah, because people have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like, please.
That was too funny. So this week's topic, guys, there's so much that has been online around interracial dating. A lot of again, Love Island couples that have come out. But the most recent one that was just like crazy to see was Janae and Kenny from season 6 of Love Island US. I actually didn't watch that season. I watched clips a lot. And I hear it's like the best season. I feel like that was the season that really put Love Island US on.
I felt like that 100%.
Because they say that now. That's why this season was so big. Like because people become like instant celebrities.
No, 1,000%. Yeah. They put Love Island US on. I think it had the same effect that Love Island, I think it was season 5 of the UK with Amber and all that. It had the same effect. It's sort of like I don't know, because obviously predominantly the audience is women. And you just see like the relationship between Sierra, Janae, and Leah.
Yeah.
How they're just like genuinely like friends.
Girls,
They like fuck with each other. And not in a performative way that kind of can be said about season 7.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it felt like the guys were like genuinely wanting
to
the
get
girls,
to know.
like,
you know what's so funny? It's like the same with I didn't even watch season 5 that season. But the same thing is like, I mean, the common denominator is that both of I feel like it was the most genuine season, the most authentic season before it went more like PR.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because after season 5 of the UK, like that was the apparently the UK Love Island used to be very trashy.
Yeah.
Like crazy. They could drink, they could do that. Everyone's popping off. Everyone is doing the most. And then it goes to more like everybody's like hyper aware of like the way they're being perceived and this and that. And you can see.
And they saturated it with the summer season and the winter season. Like they were just doing way too much.
That season,
I really like that season. I love the dynamics between, like, obviously the Rob and Leah thing was like chaotic, but Rob was such a funny character. But like Leah, Miguel, Kenny, Janae, like Cordell and Serena, it was just so wholesome. Like even with all the shenanigans that happened in Casa Amor, like, you know, Kenny literally was crying. But now that I rewatched the video, everyone's like crocodile tears because of all the bullshit that happened. But that's the like problem with these kind of shows though. It has such a blow up effect for people's lives that you don't know if they're in here for like genuine reasons.
It's so scary to think that people can like fake it though. Like even before we get into like what actually happened, like how you can be on a show, like do you think they're faking or do you think they actually felt it in that moment? They don't actually care, but in the moment they were able to like channel that feeling.
I think like like players, like just think about like when we're like young and you have these people that's like lying to your face because they want something from you, right? I feel like there's so much to gain. There is so much to gain. Of course, I'm gonna fucking fake it. It's not like Janae, like
actually scary.
I will fucking fake it. I'll like get my clout. I'll get my money. I'll get what I need. Like, but it's so weird that it was Kenny. Like Kenny was so like
undercover.
Yeah, it was just sort of like he's not even suited for like
Love Island or social media
content. Like he's not even suited for that. Do you know what I mean?
You know what they said though? They said, so there was another video that went around that said the couple before the season before season 6, I think there was a couple, season 2 where there was a couple that went on and the guy was just there for the money. Okay. So I think before the appeal for American Love Island was that you can like you win the prize money at the end. And I think that's what the appeal was for this season too, because it was never popular as a show in America. It was always big in the UK.
Huge.
So I think when they came out, Kenny was clocking that, okay, I actually have all these brand deals. I have this, I have that. Let me write it out because we didn't win Love Island, but like we won more.
Yeah.
But anyway, Janae came out with a post on her story on social media and she's like, hi, my loves. Thanks for all your love and support. It means the world to me. As you know, Kenny and I are no longer together. Please know that I've seen all the breakup theories and none of them match to how terrible, disgusting, and disappointing it truly is. Discovering that someone who you loved isn't who they are, who you thought they were, and that the relationship you thought you were building hasn't been genuine since day one is truly devastating. Thank you for respecting my privacy. Please know, as a child of God, I will always be okay. And then this guy came on with some PR response saying, breakups are never easy, especially in the public eye. Sometimes despite how deeply you care for someone, you come to the hard truth that the relationship was not always meant to last long. And then she was like, shut the fuck up, you manipulative, whatever she called him. Like basically the fact that you're trying to hide what you did is insane to me. And then her friend came out. Was it Leah?
Oh no, the other girl. Yeah,
her name is Charmaine. Charmaine, who is Janae's friend, came out and said, my advice for women in relationships, if you have access, go through your man's phone today. Search keywords like I don't like black women. I thought I would get more money out of this. I'm faking this relationship. Going on the show would be for clout. I can't wait to be done with this so I can fuck hella bitches.
It's so disgusting.
It's literally, and when she said that comment of all the theories like do not match to how scary this is, like for you to date a man
it's been like at least a year.
That is fully racist is crazy to me.
Crazy. And what's wild is what was kind of funny. Someone put his message into like AI check.
Oh.
The whole thing was like 98% AI.
Because this is giving ChatGPT, like it was just like sincerely apologizing for da 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 da. Just obviously you don't care. But it's just really scary to think that you, I feel like from her perspective, it's like for someone to fully be in a relationship, you're being vulnerable, you're letting your guard down, you're like really fully loving this person. You're sleeping with this person, you're talking to them about your future, you're planning shit together. Apparently there's a new season called like a new show that's come out, like Love Off the Island or something.
Yeah, like with all of them.
Yeah, and she's talking about kids and stuff. I haven't watched it, but he was like, I don't know, like not really like.
They don't even live in the same apartment. Like there's an apartment complex.
He lives next door to her. Yeah, like, don't piss me off actually.
But also like, you're not
clocking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people like Sierra. You know,
don't ever.
No, I feel like some people can be in relationships and then like just really believe what the person's saying. And I think that there's a beauty in that, Ruta, because it's like you can actually.
But you don't see the beauty in Sierra?
No, Sierra doesn't know Nick. She's crazy. But no, in general though, I think there's a beauty in being able to like not be so switched on all the time and just be like, I just want to be with this person and trust them and love them and just be vulnerable and whatever. Obviously, look what happens. Yeah. But it's like, if you can be in a relationship, be secure in yourself and just be with that person and they just tell you, look, I want space, and you fully trust them and think, okay, they're just doing this because they want space. Like, I kind of love how she was so like trusting, but wow, this guy played her. And I feel like moving like, I don't know, if I was in that situation, I think this is going to give her trauma.
I feel like, I don't know, like I've been seeing clips of Kenny, like they were on live and I don't know what the person commented on live, but his response was like, watermelon. I'm like, what? Do you know what I mean? Like, it just, I feel like there are signs. There
okay,
are definitely
like hints
signs.
of like,
Even Miguel, which is Leah's man, fine.
Yeah. Let me see what he looks like. Let me see. Because Kenny's not fine.
He's cute. Like, there's something that's cute about him. But after this whole thing, it's like, you're absolutely disgusting. But prior to this, I was like,
Miguel. He's not that cute. I can't lie. Miguel Harachi? Is it this guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, gorgeous.
Very quick, very easy.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. Yeah, he's fine.
Fine.
Yeah. So what about him?
So he obviously the challenges. One of the questions was like, who's here for clout?
Oh,
Miguel went straight up. Boop, Kenny. So I don't know. I feel like there had to have been signs
that she was just ignoring.
And I understand, like, you can,
you can just be in something and be happy, but
like that. And I'm not blaming her whatsoever. Like, this is not any blame at all. Like, he's completely in the wrong. But I feel like sometimes, like, just fucking like
wake up. Sometimes there's a lot of and I've had like, you see it, like, that there are people that I have people that have spoken to me and had like relationships not work out for them, and they told me like there were obvious signs that I just ignored. And when you're in it and you're just like, I think the rush of being on Love Island, you're in the show, you guys couple up, everyone around you is also in a couple, everybody, you love, it's hard to be like, okay, how do I navigate this properly? You just dive all in because you're like, this is what I don't even think you have time to think. But it's just like, there was a lot of content that was going around, and it was actually like Dominicans or Latinos talking about how there's like a lot of racism within the Latino community.
Of course, like, name one cultural like group or like ethnicity or whatever where there's like distinctions in color and there's no colorism.
Because I was even thinking about like what they were saying. I was like, wow, this makes me think of like even the Habesha community and how like it's so bad. How like they would even like growing up, it's like don't go in the sun for too long or make sure you know what I mean because you're black or baria or like the words that they say. And it's like sometimes I've heard people use the word barachu in like an endearing way. It's supposed to mean like, but, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy actually. Yeah. Because you're saying something that is like, you're calling them like by their skin or you're insulting their skin, but you're trying to say like, it's like saying, hey, blackie. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's all funny.
That's so crazy, you know? And I feel like that happens. We see that in our community. So obviously when I'm hearing this girl talk about it and she's like, oh, in the Dominican community specifically, like, she's like dark color and she was like, you know, they would say little jokes. Like she's like, you know, they would either like exclude me. They'd call me blackie. They would call me like, oh, tell me to get out of the sun. My family would like, there would be like little jokes, but it's like endearing. But I knew that I was like not the one, that I was the one in the family that was like blacklisted almost. Exactly. And she's like, you know, this man is a Dominican man, like Latino man. And it's like, we already know it's well within our like cultures to think like that. Yeah. So to go, bro, I don't know, man. I would be so like freaked out if I dated a full-on racist. Yeah. Like if I'm reading your key messages and you're saying things like I'm not into black women, but you're sleeping with me and you're in my house and you're meeting my family and you're meeting my friends. What?
Like he's a psychopath. Like
he's actually a psychopath at this point. You're mentally unstable.
Well, yeah. Like it's actually evil.
It's like next level. Like you know that without her, you can't be anything. That's why you even thugged it out for a year. Yeah. You're with her and you would have continued to do this if you weren't caught out. Yeah. Imagine being with someone for so long.
I wonder how... like what happened at that party, that event
to make your friends leak your thing
up. Yeah, because like they would have 100% known leaking that would have been catastrophic for him. Like 100%. I just want to know what transpired in that like
chat.
Like what happened?
Do you think it's ever a case of like they took it too far? He took it too far, or he's doing something and they started feeling sorry for Janae? Or do you think he did something wrong to them?
I think they were hating ass energy. Yeah. I think they were just like, I don't know. I can't imagine after a year of hearing all this bullshit, all of a sudden you're like, let me expose it. Like, I'm pretty sure you'd be your morals will come into play a little bit quicker, I would imagine. I feel like the whole Lewis and Huda situation, the Miguel and Leah, all the girl, like the whole season 6 coming out, being like, this guy's a clout chaser, this guy's doing this, X, Y, Z. But I feel like it would be quite immediate if they really thought what he was doing was wrong. I think maybe they thought they could have gained something from Kenny being Poppet and them being his friends. Maybe they thought that, but I feel like he must have done something
to them.
Yeah, like irked them in some kind of way because you have to know the consequences of that. Maybe I'm like have like a pessimistic view on people, but I genuinely believe that it was out of spite or some weird shit like that, not out of because if they. I don't know, like, if they had sent the screenshots to her specifically and then the retaliation of Janae, Leah, Serena, Charmaine, all these people was, like, public, we're like, okay, but it doesn't seem as though the screenshots were sent to her specifically. But, like, it just leaked.
I don't know. I didn't see the screenshots of what I didn't see that yet.
I believe them. Even, like, okay, so...
I believe it 100%, but I don't know if it was sent to her or if it was leaked, like, publicly. I didn't see it. But I
wonder if my opinion would change if it's sent to her specifically. Maybe I would be like, they had good intentions. But just, no, not good enough. Like it took way too long.
You took way too long. Like how is she planning a life with this man? Lucky she had no children with him because I don't know. I think that would be crazy.
Did you have like the UK fucking couple?
So now there's Whitney and Lochan, guys. I don't know. This is the week of interracial relationships, like I told you. So Whitney's come out, and this is also like, and I want to know what you think Australians would do because this is like there was a clear like distinction between the UK girls that backed Whitney and the US girls that backed.
That's all the way around.
Janae. as in Janae was, she was everyone was like, I pray for you. I'm hoping that you, like, you know what I mean? Like, we want you to get through this. It was like, we're so sorry for you. Yeah. So Whitney's come out. She dated this guy called Lochan. They met in the villa. And he's like Anglo-Indian, I believe, you know? And she's a black woman, Nigerian. And they broke up, and she's come out now, and she did a post saying, it was like, oh, you look so good, Whitney. Thanks. I survived him calling me black dirty or something like that. And then everyone was like, the comments were just like, oh, Whitney, like, you're dragging it, basically. Like, you're coming out a year later talking about he called you dirty, And then Lochan's come out with his whole like speech, just being like defending himself. And then she came out and she said, like, the way she spoke, especially, she came out and she's like, I don't need a whole day to reply. I'm going to tell you guys how it went down. She spoke about how, you know, they would make it was very like microaggressive jokes. Like when the lights turned off, his mum, who is a South Asian woman, would be like, where's Whitney? Where's Whitney? Smile for us, Whitney. Smile for us, to show her teeth. Like, just little microaggressions. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I fully believe her. Yeah. You cannot make shit up like that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And I feel like, why are we questioning? I feel like it's sort of, they think that because it's on the back of Janae's whole situation, all of a sudden it did
values what she said. Yeah. And it's like, she really, like, she can share whatever she wants whenever she wants. It 100%. Really doesn't matter. And it's just weird how I feel like Whitney, maybe like her way of saying things is kind of always seems like she says one thing, sometimes she says another thing another time. Like when she was talking about being a classy woman and she had this whole thing of like, do you remember how she was like, the aesthetic of what she was going to look like is like no more a baddie. And then she broke up with him. She's like, I'm back, bitches.
Oh my God. You know what it is? Like, I get it.
You're like flip-flopping. Like, okay, cool. But I feel like she's a social media personality who always has to have like her opinions out there. And I think like they're not always going to be like, like it's always going to be like cohesive, you know what I mean?
It's also like, why does it even matter?
Why does that matter? But it's just like, what clout is this going to give her? Like, how much is this going to move the needle to be like, oh, Whitney's going to blow up just from saying this piece of content? I feel like she's saying do you know what I'm saying? It's not because she wants more attention or whatever. She's sharing her experience. And I just think it's so crazy to see other black women in the comments, specifically black women, being like, give it a rest. I think it's crazy.
Very embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's very embarrassing. And it's interesting because you look at the like black experience in the United States and the UK, and it's sort of like, why did it turn out that way? Like, why is it in the UK they are so quick to like...
I feel like because race is not... And sometimes I feel like that here too, a little bit, where it's like you can't just pull the race button. You can't just pull the race card all the time. Because when you do that, it's like, yeah, it could be that, but like maybe there are other reasons as well. Whereas America, it's like racism is like embedded in their culture. Like everything comes down to race in a lot of things. You know what I mean? There's always like a war on race. So I feel like for them, they don't need to back each other. It's very understood. Like, and also it's like very in your face. Australia, UK, I don't know about Canada, but it's like covert racism. Is that what it's called? It's like not in your face. It's very like under the rug. Like if you're black, you know what they're doing. You understand microaggressions. Like they have like a freaking doctorate in microaggressions in this country. You know what I mean? But like in the US, they're going to call you a nigger to your face. Yeah. You know, and so like everyone knows, like it's very clear racism exists.
So that's the thing though, like, okay.
It's not as polarizing.
It's not as polarizing, but nonetheless, as black people.
Wake up.
Or even just, where's loyalty?
Where's the loyalty?
Where's the loyalty?
It's very scary.
Like, why are you backing this random... ask guy, like, what, like,
who is this guy to you?
Yeah, like, why are you believing his word over her word, knowing the experience of black women?
I believe Lochan. Like, are you 12? First of all, shut up. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off.
Don't piss me off. Like, one, we know as black women, we know as black people, so it's just very embarrassing for the UK.
It's gonna be so real. Racism within like people, like the people of color, like races, is worse.
Because we feel like we're entitled to say what we
when I say it's worse, I'm not going to say it's worse in terms of like the like the power part, because obviously there's not as much, like it's more like they just hate on you more rather than like there's anything like structural, like whatever. But let's be so for real.
No, because they feel like they're more, like white people are so vigilant, even though there's a lot of them fuck up. They're very vigilant. They're very like, but like they're always walking on fucking eggshells because they're so hyper aware of like how
what can go wrong and how they be through.
Yeah, what can go wrong, and it can go wrong real fast. Whereas with like ethnic people, I guess I'm gonna bring back Sierra. It's the same thing. Like Sierra, big fuck up. If she was a white, like an actual white woman and not a Mexican woman, she would have been aware.
Yeah.
Like she would have actually been like,
I can't say that.
Yeah, I can't say that. But something about like being a person of color, you just feel more like relaxed about things in a way that you fucking should not be.
In a way that you should not be at all. Especially like, just period, actually, just like in a way that you shouldn't be. And so like he's come out, he's saying all this stuff. The sister's posting screenshots of him actually like freaking out, saying, oh, I called her this and Whitney doesn't want to talk to me anymore. And it's just really sad to see like how the UK girlies haven't backed her at all. That, and also just like ill from his part, his family. Like, how are you walking around with friends that are just casually saying the N-word in 2025? Like, it's like, let's come on.
Yeah,
you know?
Like honestly. And I also feel like the UK, I don't know, I just see this often and I hear this often, that it has like hating energy. Like people up and coming, people in the same spaces as them, whatever. There seems to be just this animosity. Always see that like online. So I feel like with
Whitney,
why am I about to call her Tiffany? Fuck me, bro.
Get her name right.
Let me put this over here. With Whitney, it's sort of like, I don't know, I feel like there's some type of envy or something. What is the reason? Why don't you believe her? You know it exists. You're from Britain. They're the center.
I feel like it's because Whitney has that personality that comes off very like a little bit mean girl, a little bit like, so that, obviously also the fact that she's a dark-skinned woman. Yeah. I think people just don't. And it's, to me, it's like, it's pathetic, but it's like pathetic. Like, shut up. Like, there have been multiple mean girls online before her. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There have been white girls who have been mean girls before that. You don't have to like Whitney, but it's like, what is right and what is wrong is wrong. Yeah. And in this situation, if she's telling you an experience that like so many of us can relate to, then it's like, you already know what's up. Like,
but that's because people don't want to believe dark-skinned
women. Like, 100%.
Because even Dr. Uma said,
not Dr. Umar.
He was like, when they were talking about the whole Cassie and Diddy situation and how the whole community, like people, not the whole community, but a lot of people were sympathetic for like Cassie. They believed her. They were like riding for her. But he was like, but if it was a Lizzo, what would they have said? What would they have done? And I think it's a very...
And you know, someone else came out today saying like, it was just so... Sometimes it's like, just shut up. Everybody everybody needs to shut up. It's better to like, he's out now, you know, whether you agree or not, shut up and move on. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, like, I'm side-eyeing the whole thing. Yeah. But this girl comes out and she's like, I just want to make a statement that... She's like this light-skinned woman talking about, I want to make a statement that Diddy is... she was his last... I don't know, past relationship. And she said, I just would like to make a statement that Diddy is not a threat to me.
No one asked
never
you.
was. Literally nobody asked you. In fact, who are you? My thing is, who are you?
You're actually a liar. No, I'm joking.
For your 2 seconds of fame, though, it's like, this girl. Anyway, she writes a letter to the judge urging for his release. I do not view Mr. Combs as a danger to me or the community.
Go chill with him.
He's literally a danger to society. What are you saying?
What do you call when they go to prison to fuck them?
I don't know.
They call it something when you go there.
Concubine?
That's like your fucking horror.
Does this make you think about, like, obviously after talking about all this, the racism that's going on, both like, you know, for them, like in Lochan and Whitney's relationship, and Janae and Kenny's relationship. How do you feel about interracial dating? because I've spoken about it before on this podcast like many times, and it's always come up in a way where Black women feel like they're struggling to find Black men that are genuine to date. And then, okay, they step out and then we hear stories like this, which I can't lie to you, Ruta is my biggest fear.
Yeah.
I've said this before where I'm like, my biggest fear is not dating a racist actually. My biggest fear is dating a man that doesn't fully understand who I am and me having to be in a relationship with someone and have to explain certain things. Like I could date a white guy and it's like, I always use what's her name, Jamie and Nikki's relationship as an example, where there was a clear racist situation that was happening online, and he was like, he just didn't get it. It was like the Australian news anchor show, the morning show, where the lady was like, oh, she came out, there was two twins, one came out black, one came out white, and she was like, she came out dark skin with curly hair and the other one came out light, like the fair skin with straight hair, just like her mum, good on her. And then Jamie was like, I don't see the problem with that, I don't really get what you mean. And I'm like, bro, I could never be,
you can't,
that's like a small example, but I can never be with someone who's just like, you know, when we go somewhere and we clock what that person, how that was, like, I can't be with someone that doesn't clock it. I want to be in a relationship with someone that fully embraces who I am,
understands the experience genuinely. And even when you have children,
what's going to happen
how
then?
are they actually going to comprehend? And look, it's not to say that interracial is like, we're not going to go full Dr. Umar.
No, and be like, don't, because they obviously work where it's like you've got couples that are like, you know, they love their partner, like usually if they're when I see like black women with white men, it's like he's really devoted to understanding her and like all of that stuff. But like, I don't know, stuff like this, it just makes me it just kind of validates my whole thing of like just wanting to be with a man that's like a black man, an African man like that.
But that's not to say that these niggas ain't fucking around. It's just sort of the metric of like what your line is. I agree, like to date a white man definitely takes an immense level of work. I just can't imagine your day to day, even trying to like, oh, I'm going to translate communication between my mom and you. Like,
what do you, like that, especially if you're like a first generation and your mom's saying some stuff, even within cultures, like, I mean, like within other African cultures, like I know my mom will be like, if I dated a Nigerian man and his parents are saying something, she'll be like, what do you say?
Yeah.
She'll say stuff. And that in itself is a whole thing. Like I saw Nick and Alandria, and she was like, oh, you talking about my weave out? You're talking about my leave out. And he was like, huh? And she's like, oh, I still have to teach him that. You know, it's like just all of this stuff that you have to like really, like they have to learn. It does take a level of patience to like bring someone in. And like also I feel like that's feeling like, for me it's like a level of like vulnerability. I can't lie, like I have to teach you like this is not my natural hair. Like this is, I have to show you that this is what, and then if you have I don't know, it's just that to me sounds like work. But then on top of that, it's like the little hints of racism that I have to deal with if they were
even from their side of the family, like Lochan or whatever. And it's like, even if he was genuine, even if he was like whatever, like everything she said was like incorrect, the fact that the parents like feel you just have to deal with all, it's just, is it worth it? Is it actually worth it? I just don't know. Sometimes I wonder, but at the same time, if my 10 out of 10
was a white man,
am I
going to turn it down? No. If he was the love of my life, no. But then also I think there's still like intention when you're dating, like you can intentionally choose to not date someone that is not that.
Definitely intentional. What are you talking about? It's definitely intentional. You can choose to date. Like you're not attracted to one, like there are so many women or men or whoever these people have dated that you will find someone that piques your interest. It seems that sometimes people focus into one demographic, and I feel like it's okay for black people to focus within black people. It's okay for white people to focus with white people. But when it kind of like the interracial aspect, like as a black woman, I'm focusing on white men, it just seems, I don't know, but is it like counter-progressive? we can be very like homogenous about how we approach dating and relationships and whatnot. But what does it really do for, you know, us as like humans as a whole, like 300 years into the future, whatever? What does it actually do for us? Like if we all just interracially mixed, every single person is interracially mixed.
I think it just depends on what you think is important. If you think it's important to like sustain your culture, if you do, like people find that very like that's valuable to them. So if it's valuable for me to be like, I want to make sure that my culture is carried down and this and that, my language, my heritage, my ancestors, all that stuff, then it is important for me to date within my own.
Don't you think you could still pass down that culture? Okay, they
won't. No, because there's always going to be like, there's always like, think about us as well. Like we're Aussies, we're born here. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, really just give us one like really strong Nigerian man.
Yeah. It's finished.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna fight for my culture to be in there, but it's like my Tigrinya is like, you know, speaking level barely. And so it's like, you know, but if I was to marry within my also you have to do the work too. If it's important to you, then you have to do the work to like also preserve your culture.
Because even us, we both have Ethiopian, Eritrean, whatever parents.
Yeah.
And look how diminished it is. Like, look how much we've lost. And obviously it's moving. Like,
but I feel like our parents like came to this country. It's a different situation.
It is.
They came here and they really were trying to learn the language. They were really trying to assimilate. And now for us, it's like we're going back home. We're understanding our culture. Like there's an importance there. To be honest, I feel like when you date white, it really... your culture is always going to be the dominant culture anyway, but it's more like, I don't know. I think for me, I just
have to dim it down. I have
to feel, that's what I'm saying. If I date a white man, he's going to be the most like Habesha man you ever made. What do you mean? He's going to ride for my country more than I ride for it.
Bro, he's going to walk around being like, Haile Selassie. Rastafari.
First of all, no, he's going to be like King Johannes.
We can hope.
You know?
Yes, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
What do you mean? He's going to rep the culture.
But these whenever I swear to God, every time I've ever spoken to a non-Habesha who knows anything, like just they've heard of Ethiopia.
Yeah.
It's very like, it's a very Rastafari.
First of all, 100%. Not even them. What are you talking about? We don't have to jump to white. We can jump to like other Africans.
Yeah.
They'll be like, Haile Selassie, or they'll say something like, but it's also, to say all of this, it's also scary within our own race. Like black people also have those like biases, towards black women. I can't lie. We're literally dodging left, right, and center. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think that this whole thing it just made me be like even more, whoa. It did make me, I already have always wanted to date within my own race, but this like definitely kind of like added another thing to it.
Yeah. Like definitely.
Sorry. I actually want to have a debate with my man about this and talk about it with him.
Yeah.
Imagine if my man was white.
I feel like if your man was white, he'll be like, yes.
But even that would piss me off.
No, yeah, shut up. That's my point. But my problem, like my type is Habesha.
Yeah.
I do dabble in.
What do you dabble in, bro? Your type is Habesha. What do you dabble in?
I like my
you're North Africa. She likes a little bit of the
whatever. Cut.
Yeah.
But like, even then, it feels like sometimes they don't put in the effort sometimes, and I feel like people outside, they really, they're doing the hard
they go
yards.
the extra mile, yeah.
And that's the kind of the problem. But with Whitney and Lochan and Janae and Kenny and all of that, I keep seeing this thing online of people saying black women just like, forget about the show. Like, especially the UK one. They're like, just don't go on it. Like, whenever a new cast of UK Love Islanders go on, they'll be like to the black women, don't bother. Like, they don't treat you right. So it's just interesting sort of, I don't know, it's just like so difficult. Whether we try to assimilate, we don't, we stick to our own. own, but they don't respect us. And
it's just
a fucking
dating is just very individual. I think like if you can focus on just your own experience and just pick wisely, because otherwise it just becomes this whole thing. Like clearly this is what, I don't want to say the majority, but if there's a pattern, there's a pattern. You know what I mean? If people keep coming out like this, and also even the ones that defend the black women, sometimes I'm just like, do you just do that because you know that that's like the popular belief, like, or that's the right thing to do? Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you actually understand the day to day? I don't know, but it's like a scary reality. I think, but I just think you need to vet your partners.
You need to vet, but it's also like,
don't ignore the signs. Because if Whitney, you're in these relationships, like even with Whitney, it's like, of course, like she's being manipulated for sure. Like I just don't think no one's gonna stay in a relationship where they feel unloved, they feel like they're being targeted because they just vibes.
Also, like think about beauty standards. It's sort of not like beauty standards, but maybe your day to day, it's sort of like, maybe you didn't think like, maybe you're insecure, low self-esteem.
Yeah, and then there's like this beautiful man who's there, who's like the beauty stat, or he's gorgeous and he's with you. And that's a real thing, I can't lie.
It is a real thing.
And I hate that it's a thing because it's like, just like, I think you need to take the person for who they are and not what they look like. But it's like, yeah, when there's a very attractive man and sometimes you feel like, okay, I've been chosen by this man, or like I'm with him because he likes me and whatever, you start to ignore obvious red flags. Yeah. Which is just sad. But honestly, like this whole not believing them, guys, it's crazy. If you're a black woman, please just get it together.
For loyalty's sake.
Yeah. Even just if it's not for loyalty's sake, but first of all, like bare minimum is loyalty's sake, but also just for the sake of like switching on girls. Come on.
Yeah. Just
like no one's, I don't know. I just think it's too much. But that's the take on this thing, guys. It's it's just messy.
It is very messy.
It's very messy.
And black women always cop it. Like that's why even I'm bringing up Love Island again, but even Ruta, if any of the black girls acted the way she acted,
it would be done.
It'd be a fucking
It'd be so
wrap.
finished. It'd be a wrap. It would be a wrap. It would be a wrap.
I just feel like in every scenario, it's like, oh, I don't know.
You have to hold yourself to a standard. And that's when people say, oh, Shelly's boring or Landria's so robotic or whatever. It's like, yeah, she has to kind of be. Yeah. Like you low-key have to figure, you have to know how you're going to be perceived on the show.
Yeah, even I felt like Landria was robotic. Even Shelly, I don't know, maybe Shelly's like stunning.
Yeah, gorgeous, yeah.
Sweet girl, but I did feel like she was a little bit bland. But at the same time, we need to understand why. Like, why can't they be their complete self? Because they're judged for every
and
when
you come out and you see Alandria's personality, and I'm like, what is this person?
Do you even remember?
Whole new person.
Do you even remember when fucking Ruta, she was like, all the boys had stood up for.
And she was going on about.
And she was like, you're gonna get a real man, and then she's like running her mouth, and Alandria was like.
Chill out.
Yeah. And then she starts fucking
She started crying.
What did she say to you?
And now Alandria has to go and apologize. That's why I could never go on a show like that.
That is
because
why.
I just like get
Don't make me the bad guy.
Actually, don't make me the bad guy because you're upset because I told you off.
Yeah.
Not because I told you off, because I corrected you.
And it's also like, read the fucking room. Don't like try and
if they're not mad, why are you mad?
Yeah, I just feel like she's so fucking clueless because don't try to make me like I was down bad for these fucking niggas.
Like, these guys don't want me. My man wants me. Babe, relax. And that's the thing. That's what pisses me off, because it's like, if it was the other way around. Do you remember when Kaz season, so excited, everyone was like, she does too much.
Yeah.
She's doing too much. And it's like, you actually have to fit into a box if you're gonna go into these shows as a black woman. You cannot just be.
Not even just a box, like a sliver. You can only be like deviate this much. You can't be doing too much. You can't have
Alandria had one crash out, and everyone was like, "I'm so happy she had that crash out." There were multiple times that girl could have crashed out.
Yeah, and still, everyone gave Shelly shit. Like she didn't make sense. Like she didn't make any sense. Like Ruta is a hypocrite. That's why
Shelly didn't make sense about the Chris thing. I can't lie. I felt like it was a bit much. I am Team Shelly, but it was like, this is a game show. You're with your man. She's brought another guy.
I meant more the Ace situation.
Oh no, I meant the other one. But with that, it was a bit like questionable that she did that. But also, I also feel like it was the edit, the way they edited it. And I feel like Huda might have said something like, I'm bringing him for you. I'm bringing him for you. And her point is like, don't say you're bringing him for me. Just stand on business and say you're bringing him for yourself.
Yeah, and I think that's poor communication from Huda's side. But I think it's a collection of things. Like when someone is very like specific about things, like for instance, you don't want like your stuff to be touched or whatever, and all of a sudden you have a lack of respect for other people's stuff. It's very much, you're pissing me off because you have a standard for other people that you don't uphold yourself.
Yeah.
So Huda is having a standard for all the girls. Maya walks in, I don't trust her.
Yeah.
I don't like her. She's a pretty girl, but I don't like her.
Yeah.
Why? Because you think she's like
a threat to you.
Exactly.
Anyone that's a threat to her, she doesn't like.
But then you want to do weird shit. You did weird shit with Hannah. Did weird shit with Shelly. So I'm bringing Love Island back. I can't help it.
Yeah, I don't know how we got back here, but I get what you're saying. It's like black women don't have that same like grace.
Yeah.
If you're a black woman and you're doing double standards or you're anything, it's going to be side-eyed. It's going to be checked, and it's going to be like immediately hated by the public. So I don't know.
Yeah, and it's just sort of like, it's all woe is me. Like I'm not saying woe is me. Like I'm just saying like that is the reality. Like it's sort of like just really fucking like what, like pay attention.
Yeah.
Like just literally just pay attention. It's crazy.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But let's move on to the final segment of the show. This is the bitter or sweet segment.
Love it.
My favorite segment.
I love it. I love these fucking paddles.
Same. All right. So you know how the game goes, Ruta. Bitter meaning you agree, disagree. Sweet, you agree.
Very familiar.
First scenario. Bitter or sweet. Sharing locations with your partner.
Sure. Like if he really wants it. Like if he really wants it.
Yeah?
Yeah, if he really wants it, like sure. Like I'm not anti it.
You're not anti it.
But I'm just like,
but you would never be the one to bring it up.
No.
You would never be like, let me share your location with me.
No. What am I gonna do? Maybe from a male, like a guy perspective, maybe like if something happens, like he can come to the rescue.
Yeah.
But like, what am I gonna do for you? Unless I'm suspicious of you of like doing some shady shit, but I would have broken up with you by then.
Yeah, true. Same. I'm gonna say sweet. I'm very much like I'm open to doing that. Yeah. I share. I feel like now I feel like location sharing is fine.
Yeah, like I'm okay. It's not that I'm not okay with that. I just kind of imagine the conversation.
If you're watching my location, I think it's a problem if you're like what are you doing in like East Side today? Why are you looking at my shit? That is gonna annoy me. Because I feel like just...
Why are you asking me so you can surprise me at her?
Yeah, you know what I mean? There better be something that comes from that. Because if you're just messaging me why I'm here, I would prefer you to text me, like where are you? Don't just check my location random points of your day.
It is a bit strange, but like I'm not like, it's not a point of contention. Like I'm not going to say why. It's sort of like, like I'm happy to do so. I won't suggest it, but if you suggest it, that's cool. Like,
that's fine. Yeah. I think I would suggest it. Yeah. I think at some point, like, share your location with me. Share your location with me.
Obsessed.
What do you mean? I've told you before. I'm the type that will check your phone. Don't come around me. Now I'm going to be searching keywords too.
I'm dying.
Yeah. Sorry. I have double standards.
Double standards are okay.
They're okay sometimes. They're necessary because, blocking someone instead of explaining.
I'm sorry. I don't need to explain. Don't be dumb.
Yeah.
You know why.
Yeah.
You know why.
Yeah.
Don't piss me off.
Absolutely. Like even sometimes I'm like the thought of having a conversation with you seeps.
Like why do I have to be in such a shit mood when I can just block you?
When I can just block you and move on.
Yeah.
I do feel bad though.
Why do I feel bad?
I always feel bad. I feel bad. I've never like ghosted anyone, and I recently like did it, and I felt I was like, this is so haram, wrong. I feel guilty.
It's wrong. I feel you, but it's sort of like.
But then it was like, if a couple days passed by, I forget about it. But I was like, this feels like.
A couple days is wild. Shut the fuck up. You never cared to begin with.
What am I supposed to do?
You're not supposed. Like I get it. Like it depends how deep in.
No, I don't know you. I don't know you like that.
2 days. Like I don't know. Like I think you deserve sort of, like, what am I going to tell you? I'm not interested. I don't know. Maybe it is the mature thing. Like, definitely.
No, but I've thought about doing that. So I thought about like, okay, let me message you a whole thing of like why I feel like we're not compatible.
But who am I? Like,
and then I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, what is this message? Like, who, in the grand scheme of life, who are you to me and who am I to you?
Yeah.
So like it's a simple ghost, block, remove.
Like, why do I have to like outline what I
don't like about you?
Yeah, like who the hell, like, why am I doing that? Like, I do believe that there should be some type of, hey, like, great person, but
not for me.
Not for me, in some, like, the most polite way possible. But I don't think it can ever be, like, you're always going to be, you know, hit.
Or just, sometimes I just feel like it could just, it just creates conversation that doesn't need to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Elongates
but
the
also,
whole situation.
I'm not going to explain if this is on the other end of like, you know, we're describing a situation that's more like, oh, I feel kind of bad. Like, da, da, da. If I think you are wrong and I don't like you, like, I think you can block and I think it's fine. Because like, if I give you the time of day to explain myself, then it's because I like respect you as a person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you've just said some crazy shit and I'm just like, whoa, this somehow we ended up in the same room and this is not, then
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I feel like if you're owed something, sure. That's why I'm talking about like how deep in are we talking? Like, we went on 1 date, 2 dates, like what's happening? And
what about friends or like acquaintances?
Acquaintances?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like not romantic.
Not romantic. What am I telling them?
Like they're just your friend. They said something crazy to you and you're just like, what?
Oh, like to cut off a friend?
Yeah.
Nah,
but if they're not really a friend, they're just like, it could be the same status of like let's say you went on 2 dates with this guy. He said something crazy and you're like, block. Can you meet a friend like that?
Okay, yes, but I wouldn't block. I would just never respond. I would never respond. Unless they did something to me. Like, if they did something to me, I will block you immediately. But I don't know. I feel like you deserve...
It's dramatic, yeah?
Yeah. Like, to block is like, okay, you didn't mean that much. Like, I'm not affected by you that much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you did, like, if we had some type of relationship and you did me dirty... I'm blocking you. I'm blocking your sister.
Everyone. You would never see my... I'm just removing you, actually. I'm removing you. I don't want to block you. I want to remove you.
Oh, yeah, from things.
And make you... And remove you as a follower so you know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm around, but I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Block is like, right. You just never see me and that.
I just feel like, who have I ever blocked? Like, I think like 2 people.
I don't have a block list like that.
Yeah. I know someone who has a block list long.
Really?
You know who the fuck you are.
That's crazy. I don't have a block list, but I have like I just unfollow. My block list is not long.
I feel like 2 people max.
And that's like just 15 going up. People maybe?
15. Yeah. How many enemies?
They're not enemies. It's just like actually, like the 15, it comes from when you just keep messaging me. Like I can allow it, like, but now it's like actually block. Like stop messaging me because you're pissing me off.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean? Makes sense. That's like harassment at that point. Yeah, which is you
valid.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna leave it at that, guys. The block. So you said sweet or bitter?
So I'm blocking. Like you should know why.
You should know why. Guys, we're going to wrap it up here for this week's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, let us know all the things that you've been loving on the show. And I will see you guys again next week. Ruta, it's been a pleasure.
It's been fun.
My guest host. You'll be back again next month?
Next month.
Yeah.
Right down to Ethiopia.
That's at the end of the year.
Sorry, that's the end of the year. I'm
tipsy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Peace.